Well, hello. Happy Tuesday. Good to be with you today. Last week we did not have a live because, well, I was live on location. We did a Christmas card class at Copperline in Port Orange, and there were 15 ladies there. And so instead of going live last Tuesday, that's what we did. And actually, 15, 16, 17, 18, over 30 people completed the Creative Memories Festive Greetings card kit last week. I had 3 different events, and it was wonderful. So got to get festive with so many of you. And I do have some extra card kits because I wasn't sure how many people were going to show up for those things, and then the shipping was taking a while from Creative Memories, so then I panic ordered some more and rushed shipped them, but then they got caught in the snow last week. So anyway, I have some extra kits. So if you missed all those events and you are interested in doing the card kits, I have some in stock. And if you are eligible to purchase the secret box number 5, I have all those finally with me. And the official opening is this weekend. But if you are planning to go to the scrapbook club on Thursday night and you have the box and you haven't already opened it, you can bring it and open it there. And if you have one to pick up, you can pick it up there. So catching up with a lot of things before the end of the year, and I'm almost done designing the December card kit, which needs to get prepped and sent out. But I've got one more card to design, finish designing. I know what I'm going to do, I just have to finish doing that. So I will do that this afternoon and get that posted as well. In the last it's only Tuesday, so in the last 7 days, I've subbed 3 of those days for teacher friends. So if you're wondering why I'm a little that's why. I'm not sure I can say a sub for the fun of it, but but I know probably most districts are short on subs, and so I have so many teacher friends that I decided to become a sub last year to help them out. And so anyway, usually I'm accessible all the time, but if you find you can't reach me, then maybe that's why. I think I'm done until the new year, but we shall see what emergencies crop up. All right, so today we have project recipe, and usually I do a 2-page spread of a past retreat. However, sometimes I get super excited about a collection, and scrapbookers are not I shouldn't say not that they're not. They are known, well, at least the scrapbooker is, if there is a beautiful collection, I will, in the past, have been known to coordinate my family outfits with said collection, just with that scrapbook page in mind. Well, when the Gingerbread Fun scrapbook collection came out from Creative Memories, I thought, oh dear, I think I need to get myself over to Disney, which I've done it before, the gingerbread houses, but seems now I've got the perfect paper for it. So I need to head on over to Disney and take a look at the awesome gingerbreads. And I'm so lucky that Disney is so close that I can do that on perhaps a day that I'm not subbing. Anyway, we are doing the Gingerbread Fun, and it's sort of turning from project recipe into a tool time, because as I sit here and look at the amount of tools I'm about to use on this page, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 12 different things. Now, I did write down, I did check, because I hate to show you something that you cannot buy. So everything is available except for one Border Maker cartridge, which actually isn't part of the project recipe, but I just felt inspired to use it. So some of you have been around for quite a while, so you may have it in your Boilermaker cartridge collection. But that is the only thing that is not available. Everything else, well, one of the things will be available in January. It was available to advisors only right now, and so they're waiting for another shipment to come in. They will be open to everybody else. So I take it back. There are two things you can't get right now, but one of those things, or two of those, anyway, you'll see when we dive right into it. Enough of this chatting. Well, let's chat with these slides up here and go through our announcements really quick. So thank you so much. Well, hey Faith, thanks for joining me live today, and those of you that aren't able to make it live but you're joining and watching the replay, thank you for that as well. And if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, I appreciate that as well. So as soon as I'm done live on Facebook, I will post this video to YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, you missed the live, but I appreciate you watching the replay. Okay, in case you missed it, there are two things happening right now at the Creative Memories website. There's free ground shipping starting yesterday at 1 on all orders over $100. So if you need supplies and if you don't like to pay for shipping, now's your chance. So free ground shipping on orders over $100. Plus, there are over 100. Now some of them sold out. I think it was 175 when they started. And not a lot of them seem to have sold out. But it's up to 60% off many items. So like for instance, there's some Boilermaker cartridges that are on sale for $8. That is bananas. Those cartridges are $21.50, the new ones. So these ones, Creative Memories is letting go for $8. So check your stash, make a list, head on over to the website, see what you need for your collection. Excuse me while I tighten this bracelet. It was slipping off. Okay, so what's next? I already mentioned Scrapbook Club is this Thursday. So 6:30 in Port Orange. When you RSVP, you get the address for that. I can't post it on Facebook or post the address here because it's a private clubhouse. So, but when you register for the event, so it's very central to Port Orange, easy to get to. And we meet up at 5 to go to dinner first. So that's not part of the official event, but when you register, you also get the information on that. And you can let me know if you'd like to attend. I think last month we had like 12 at dinner. So it's a really fun time. And hopefully you can join us for both. All right, tool time next week. Seems a little funny. We got the hummingbird and flowers and the tropical flower chain BMC. I know it seems a little springy for a December tool time. However, Creative Memories just launched this collection. So warm vibes in December. It's a little chilly here in Florida, but I'm sure some of you are traveling to places that are quite tropical, or you already did this year and you're working on it. So you are excited to have this tropical collection, and I will be showcasing it. So I will do a Techie Tuesday on December 23rd, Christmas Eve. And that will be on managing all of your digital photos. So you will want to be on that. And then January, there will be a card class, a regular card class. That will be on the 30th, Tuesday the 30th, New Year's Eve. And I will post the picture of that today. And those of you who subscribe, those will be shipping out in time for our class on the 30th. Then we have the Ride the Rails. That's January 11th, 2026. We have 12 signed up right now, and so that's exciting. We've got room for a few more, I think. So it's going to be a lot of little cats and chickens to wrangle once we get to Tampa, but it's going to be a lot of fun on the train. So hope you'll join us for that fun day of adventure, scrappy adventure. And then we've got Jumpstart January, which is over 75% full. So if you are planning to attend on January 23rd and 24th, I suggest you do that sooner rather than later, especially if you are looking for a full table. Don't delay on that. Then we've got Retreat to the Island. It's the first retreat on Amelia Island. Very excited about that. It's Retreat to the Island, February 26th to March 1st. And if you've been trying to book but you haven't been able to, your hotel room, you can do that now. I just finally talked to my gal up there and she fixed it. So she had most of us arrive, most of the rooms starting Friday. That was the problem. She said, I don't know why you're asking me to add more rooms. We have 26 rooms available. So plenty of rooms available, but she just needed to adjust the start date of them. So we are all good to go now. If you've had trouble, you can go ahead and book using the link on my site. If you need to make a change, if you booked and you were like, Tara will fix this on the back end, then just let me know and I can fix it for you. All right, and then we've got Retreat to the Lake in Mount Dora, the beautiful lakeside inn. Very excited. This will be retreat number 75. It's also the 75th anniversary of Alice in Wonderland. So we were having an Alice in Wonderland theme and that's going to be great. All right, now it's time to make this page. Very, very exciting. All right, how's my mess? Well, it's about to get messier. So I don't have pictures printed because I haven't gone to Disney yet. So I am prepping this page, but see this little gingerbread house. We're going to make this gingerbread house today. And then I thought, wow, I think after we make this gingerbread house, I am going to cut this page in half and put it into these 6x12 peekaboo pockets. So the gingerbread house is going to open and you can put more pictures inside. Yay! Are we excited? I'm excited. So hopefully we can accomplish all of this in the next 45 minutes. All right, so I have my gingerbread fun designer paper pack. So I am going to use that. The project recipe calls for the caramel, which I always call camel. No, is it camel or caramel? It's caramel, but for some reason this brown, and I just see the C and I say camel. So if I accidentally refer to it as camel, you'll know it's caramel. I've been doing that for a while. And then we've got a red. I'm using the red, not the cranberry, just because I felt like the red matched. It's more the red in here, but I do love the cranberry with all my heart. That is my favorite red, but I'm going with it's a little more orangey red in here, so I decided. And actually it says coordinating cardstock red, but then they use, so anyway, I'm sort of off-roading for these two colors. Now normally I never follow this, as you know, if you have been watching for me a while now. So this is the bronze shimmer. If you came to my open house, we played with this punch. And I just love the way the gingerbread looks with the shimmer because it's not very shiny. It's a matte shimmer. And that slight bit of texture to me just reminds me of gingerbread. You know how gingerbread looks all like kind of like a to me, it screams gingerbread. So also off-roading there, not using the caramel, using the using the gingerbread paper. Yeah, that is how I'll forever refer to it. No, using the bronze shimmer. So bronze shimmer, 10-pack, available for $13. Let's see. This is the new thing that Creative Memories advisors were allowed to purchase that is coming back out. It doesn't look that new except for the color. So this is the new matte, 13 by 13 matte. It is in the new Creative Memories blue. So Creative Memories is going through a rebranding. They've started to get this blue going. So this is more of a blue going to teal. And this is more of like a oceany blue. Anyway, so I love that bright color. Now this is the jam. So this is a zero centering ruler that fits onto the mat so that you can use it to line things up great, because it's top to bottom. And kind of, it doesn't like clip on, it just sets over it. But so we're going to do that when we get to this part where we use the white gel pen to make some bricks on there. So that isn't a printed paper. We're going to draw that on. So we have a lot to do. I need to stop talking. We need to get going. This is the border maker punch that I'm going to use. I'm going to use it as part of the icing on the gingerbread house. I'm also going to use, now, if you did not get secret box number 4, I'm telling you, you're gonna be sad, because this is the scallop, now I don't even remember what it's called. I'm gonna call it the Wavy Scallop. Anyway, this is the border maker cartridge that comes in secret box number 4. I had it on display at my open house. I just checked. The secret box is still available. The paper and the embellishments and everything in the secret box are all like timeless textures. So like lace and stone. So they're like grays and beiges and very, very versatile. And this border maker punch is super versatile. So to me, with these little bumps, I thought, oh, I got to use that as part of the icing on my house. So let's do this. Designer paper number 1. Okay, so we're just cutting 11 by 11, and I need to pull out my designer papers. Designer paper number 1 and number 2. So number 1 is, looks like, what are those called? Starlight candies? Is that what these are called? Okay, so we've got that sheet. We're using that for, but you can't even see. It's funny, you can't see how brown the little speckles in there, which admittedly would look good with the camel/caramel, but I think it's gonna look pretty awesome with that bronze shimmer too. All right, and what is the other one? The other one is this cute gingerbread paper, I think. Is it? No. 'Tis not. Well, okay, so this is very interesting. Oh wait, do they have 3? Hold up. It's just B and C, so it's just this B. Oh, this is the background. Okay. Goodness, great. I was really confused. Okay. So this little paper with some gumdrops on it, or some little fun multicolor dots, we're only going to use a portion of that. But this is our background paper. Okay, so background paper, we're going to set you aside for a second. Now I've got all my paper picked, and I can get to cutting. Let's cut in order here. So the first one, let's move this over to the side until we need it, is just 11 by 11. So really that cut does not get any easier. And that was the one with this, what are those called, those little candies? If you're watching, or if you're watching later, is that what they're called? Starlights? Am I making that up, or is that just the mints? Anyway, that's going to be one of those things my brain's going to be working on. So I cut 1 inch off, turned it, and cut another inch off. So here is my 11 by 11 sheet of paper. All right. And I am not, I just said I wasn't going to save them, but I could really fussy cut these little candies out and use them. So I'm gonna save it. See, this is, it's trouble. Oh wait, I'm missing a light here. I don't know why I look like I'm slanted. Please excuse my arm here. Does it look like I'm slanted here? I'll tell you what, during book club the other night, Brendan sat at my studio desk and things were afoot out here. Something was afoot. Okay, so there's that. Designer paper number 2 is this one. We have a 6 by 12 inch cut. Let's move these adorable embellishments over. Pop this out for a 6-inch cut. Great. I should have checked the back first because there's definitely a order to that. But now I need a 4.5 by 2.5, and I guess I'm going to go. I didn't want to cut all the way down because, well, just because. Okay, so I've got this little piece left. I'm not, maybe I could fussy cut those out. Ugh. This is why we have piles of scrap papers around. All right, so here, this is the little tiny piece I'm after. Honestly, I could have saved this whole 6 by 12 chunk and probably been happier, because when I look at this and it's the door, it really could have been a piece of white paper, and I'm gonna involve a white piece of paper to use to make some icing. So hold please. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so we've got 1 and 2 done. Regretting cutting that. So if you're watching this before you cut, maybe just get a scrap piece of paper that's 4.5 by 2.5 that coordinates, so you have a nice 6 by 12 chunk of this super fun paper. Okay, I'll try to get over it. Next, we're going to do a 1-inch frame. So we're going to cut a 10 by 10 square from the middle, and we have done this before together. I'm going to move this so I have a nice flat surface, but this is super easy to do, and it's great because it allows you to really maximize your paper. So I'm starting up at the top, and as a reminder, from this middle white line, which is where it starts to cut, that is your plunge point, okay? From there to the front or the back is 1 inch. So if I want to cut a 1-inch square around, I'm going to stop when the leading edge of my little trolley here gets to the edge of the white paper, because that means the cut is going to stop 1 inch back. So I have the edge of the paper out to the 1 on this side. I'm at 0. I don't want to start at 0 because I want to start 1 inch up. So I'm going to start with the trolley at the top edge of the trolley at the top of the paper, and I'm going to plunge in, and I'm going to go until the leading edge of the trolley hits the bottom, and then I'm going to pick up. And so I can then turn my paper and do it again. So I'm going to start my cut and end my cut with the edge of the trolley. So see how that's going to happen. So I'm going to do this all the way around. So top of the trolley at the top of the paper. See, the way the trimmer is designed, you can back the trolley all the way up so that you cut from the edge, but we don't want to do that. We want to start with the trolley 1 inch in, and we want to, or the cut 1 inch in, the trolley at the edge, and then we lift up. See? Now we just have one more cut to do. Start at the 1 inch. Edge of the trolley at the top. Plunge in. Cut. Trolley to the leading edge and pick up. And ta-da! Now I have these two pieces. Okay? So this is actually going to be the base of one page. But what's so awesome, so there's a little ledge to overlap so we can adhere, but you saved all that paper. So we were able to pull the middle part of it out. No one's ever going to know. And isn't that fabulous? So normal, oh no, I'm not going to break my rule. Let's finish cutting. I was really getting excited and I wanted to go ahead and attach those, but I'm going to wait. Okay. So then out of this piece, we need an 8 3/4 by 5. So I'm going to cut, it doesn't really matter which way I orient it, but we're going to go 5 and then 8 3/4. Here's 8 3/4. Okay, so we've got that. Now where is that even going? That is E. Oh, it's just down here. So we're going to add two squares down there. All right. And let's see. So this is, we got all our scraps over here. All right, the last thing we need to do is cut the caramel, but in my case, it is the bronze shimmer. So we're going to start first with the gingerbread. This is still available. So super cute. So many people have the tradition of making gingerbread houses, like with their families. And then of course, if you're a Disney fan and you go to the parks and you're local to Orlando, then, or Central Florida or whatever, then this is such a great punch, especially if you're pass holders and you go all the time or every year, because there's lots of gingerbread at Disney. All right, so this one, sometimes the paper is a little long. There's like an industry standard, so you can just nip it off either with some scissors or like I just did, put it back in. All right, I'm not going to save any of this punch poop. I'm going to scoop it up. And this one, it stays attached. It's an edge border punch. So see how the blue bleeds into the tool itself? That means it stays attached. So we have to cut it. We have to cut it off. So we're going to cut it at 1 3/4. So I'm just going to put the top of the house to that. Now, hold up, wait a minute. All right, it shows it flat. I guess I'll just do it flat. I was thinking when we did it at my open house, we used the Wave blade, but I do like the way the flat edge kind of complements the flat edge of this piece that it's going to be up against. So we're staying on script. Okay, back over here. We did this. Now we are going to go, we're going to go 4 inches in and 5 inches down. So we're going to mark at both of those. Well, I guess first we can cut our 8 by 10. So let's move this off to the side. Let's go 8. One of the projects, as soon as I usually just after my open house, I kind of shut down and before I cut this, and I'm left with this and I finish my story here, we need 2 1-inch pieces that are 8. So I'm going to just cut them off here. So I'm going to go, there's 1. That way I'm dealing with a larger piece. Oh, why I did not press down hard enough. Okay, 1 and 2. All right, so we need those. And now I have this 8 by 10. And we're going to make a mark at the 4 and a mark at the 5. So you can do that a couple ways. You can do that with a pencil. Sometimes I just like to pop the scoring blade in. So I can make like a little indentation. Maybe you use your, I need to go 5 inches this way. Maybe you like to use your, some people just use their fingernail. Okay. So I've got I scored in to, that's going to be our house. So we went 4 inches and 5 inches, and now we're going to cut on the diagonal. So let's put this blade back in and let's line up. Where is my mark? There's 1. There's the other. Okay. And I see my mark. All right. So we have the beginnings of our house. Now do we need those? They're not lettered, so I guess we don't use these little triangles. So they are for a different project, whichever project you want to use it with. Let's put this back so we don't lose that. And I guess we're ready to assemble. Oh, before we go any farther, I mentioned these little lines, and we are going to use our new handy dandy so it says to make your lines. So this is like the third little piece of instruction. Start with piece G and a white Jelly Roll pen, marking 1-inch increments up the sides of the house, then connecting them with a ruler. And it says to do this before adhering. So we are going to do that. So I am going to line up the bottom with here, and you see how great this is. I can line this up with the lines, and I can do like that. And then just go to the next 1/2 inch. And because it's like on the sides here, I can just do all these. I can make sure they're all lined up. And there are many, and there's like, they're kind of skipping, which I like, because if you've ever made a gingerbread house or had a little contest with family, then you know how I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Now they do not have us going all the way up to the top. I mean, it looks like in the sample they're not. I'm gonna go all the way. Part of me thought, okay, if you don't have a jelly roll pen, then you could just, I think it would work great with a multi-purpose tool and just kind of emboss or deboss, you know, just, or the scoring blade. You could score at every ½ inch. So now I can just turn this. I'm not even going to move it. And it doesn't say anything about the up and down marks, but it looks like those are, I guess every other are lined up. And then maybe 2 inches. So let's give this a go. So let's see. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2 inches there. So we'll go the same. This is the longest part, the whole thing. And let's start with where we're at and go up here. I forgot to go up. Are you with me? Just concentrating. If you're hopping in, say hey. I know Faith is here. I'm just going every 2 inches and then I have to go back and do the in-betweens. It does not have to be perfect. You may want to come in and do like that so that you're not dragging ink across your page. And I forgot to go up here. Where's my handy dandy wipes when I need them? Okay, so now I'm going to go in the in-betweens and I have to do the other bricks. And I guess I only did 1.5 inches instead of 2, which is going to make things a little interesting. Excuse me while I have a combo with myself. Oh, I forgot to do this one. Oh, well, that's terrible. Okay. It's easy to like, that's super cute. If I do say so myself. Now, I can't wait to turn this into a peekaboo page. Almost done. I should have declared a bathroom break for everyone. Said, if you gotta go, go now while I'm drawing lines. Okay. All right, the brick is done and super cute. Let that dry for a little bit, and using that new ruler was amazing. And that is how the brick looks with the bronze shimmer. All right, time to assemble. So we've got the frame we cut out. Great. And we're going to add adhesive on the edge. There is going to be an overlap, so that is super helpful. We'll just put the adhesive right on the edge, and normally I would put it on the edge of the other paper, just to make sure. But I also didn't want to see it from the other side since I will be cutting it. Okay, so now we got to center this. I knew we had a 1/2 inch ledge to work with. So this is the base. I think I'll do it like this so that the hearts are going the right way, because when I turn this into an open, you're gonna see those, and I didn't want the hearts to be upside down. So I'm glad that I checked. And we've got this. We've got our roof here, our roof line. And yeah, so let's go ahead and tape those down. My goodness. I'm not gonna go, well, I did go down the middle there. Just imagining being cut right down the middle. All right, I'm using, whoops, some sort of an alarm going off. Okay. I'm using this. I want it to start at the 10 and end at the 2. It's 8 inches. So that is going like that. And then we're going to add our roof pieces on. Okay. And they do not go up past the top. So we're going to do like that. And I guess we're going to put something up at the top because that does not match up. I need all of my tweezers are in the other room. Huh. Well, maybe I can just, that goes almost to that edge. Definitely. Okay, so they've got hearts or something up at the top. So that's what's going on there. So that gets covered because that's really bothering me. And I want it to be right, but I guess the angle isn't. The angle of the roof, I want it to be able to just do like that, but it's a little more of an aggressive roof line. Okay, anyway, we're going to call that done is better than perfect and move along. The next little thing is this little door down here, which I mentioned. I regret using, oh, darn it. I don't have my corner rounder out here. That is in the other room. Surely I have another one out here. It's probably an ancient one, but hold please. All right. All set. We're just going to give this, the top two edges, a little clipperoo. Oh, I said it was an ancient one. And it is, needs a little sharpening. Okay, so that little door is going to go there. Now, oh, did I forget to adhere these? No, I did. Okay. Little door. We'll cover up. I can't tell if I want to cover up those lines. I think I do. I feel like I need a some brick lines here. Hi. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe I need to go this way. All right. Oh, hey, Lori. If you might be surprised, you might catch more than you thought you were going to catch. Because I have turned this into a whole thing. Okay. All right. So first page is done. The second page is really not much. We've got our little houses. We've got our gingerbread, which doesn't sit on top of this. So it does, they do kind of get lost, the gingerbread. It's not showing it's sitting on top of it. But it seems like in the picture they are. Let's see. So I think maybe they are. This is kind of sitting on top of it because B is 6 inches. Yes, they are. All right, that makes me feel better because this is busy. And you know how I feel about the busy paper. Makes me jumpily. But I'm going with it because it always looks busy, and then you, then when the page is done, it doesn't look busy anymore. It looks great. So sometimes you just have to trust the process, trust whoever designed it. Sometimes for your own sanity, you just have to off-road it. So I support both of those things. All right. So one of the reasons why I do my pages usually on live with like past retreats and stuff is so that you can see them done, because this to me does not look done because it's missing a picture here, picture here. And so the nice thing about the project recipe is it tells you what size picture. So picture, 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 embellishment, embellishment. So that page is now done. We need to come back to this page now, because this is the page where the fun's about to happen. Let me ice up those eaves really quick. I'm going to use an insert paper from another one. These are photo safe. They're just like our regular printed paper. So just because it has that on the back, if you need some white for some things like this, then by all means use those pages. So I save them. I have a whole bag, the 12 by 12 bags that our paper kits come in. I have one this is where I save all of them. Now, this Border Maker cartridge I'm using is the one that was in secret box number 4. If you didn't get secret box number 4, you can still get it online, and right now it's $100. If you spend $100, you get free shipping. So the box is $67.50, I believe. Just do it, because you get this Border Maker cartridge and it's a fab one. So if you're not using the Border Maker cartridge, well, that's a whole other tool time. that's this device. This is my favorite tool by far. The little guide comes out to show how much paper needs to come through, and then you go along, and there are little slots that are the exact shape of the little prongs on the front of the punch, and you get, now this is an edge border, so it stays attached. How fun is this border? This is just, it's so versatile. There are some borders that are like, you know, the baby onesies, which are for, you know, hard to use for anything but baby onesies. And then there, oh, there went my pile. The pile slid. That's what happens with piles. Then there are ones like this that are just fabulous. Now how thick do I want my icing on the eaves? So this is, as soon as I started playing with this, I thought, oh, this is what I need for my gingerbread house. How cute is that? Okay, so, whoops, now I forgot what I cut that on. How deep was that? I guess it was like that. Okay. So I gotta add, I think the picture had like the candies, the stickers cut, and I just felt like it needed to have snow on the roof, snow icing. So we're going to add that. Now see, no one knows that this white was part of an insert, and it's going to cover up. Now I need my scissors. Oh, that's an awkward angle. Oh, this has so much glue. I need to clean my scissors. Hold on. These scissors are sitting right here. These are not Creative Memory scissors. They're in my little cup holder here, but they are not covered in goo. I need to cleanse. So I can't say it enough. Somebody on the virtual crop group, if you're a member over there, you might have seen my emphatic comment on somebody's post. I mean, the page this person made was amazing, and so and she used this border maker cartridge, and I was like, okay, like if you don't have secret box number 4, like this is it's like her page was the number 1 reason why I feel like you should have it. For some reason I cannot stick this icing on here. Okay, so how cute. All right, so we've got our icing on our eaves, and for some reason they just will not lay flat. And let's get it together. Eaves over here. All right. Oh, maybe I need some tape under here. Okay, there we go. Now also looks like there were stickers or something added down here, and I grabbed this one, and I think that might, oh, a card jumped into the mix. Okay, so let's do one of these, and just one little line. Yeah, wasn't it, Lori? I mean, oh, just because they like layered, and it was in red and white. It was so sharp. I loved it. All right, so this is the one that is no longer available. I I don't know what year this came out. I used it at my open house on my little Hershey snowman that I made. Just kind of down Santa's front, kind of like fur. Just, I don't know. I felt like it went. So I was going to put this on the sides of the house, but now I'm thinking maybe I'll cut it down the middle, and we're almost done, I promise. I'm going to stop messing around with this page. All right, you know what? I'm going to just scissor it. It's like, this could be a disaster. Sometimes, because I'm just cutting these apart, and there's all this empty space in between, it's just as easy to go this way. Please excuse my non-CM stickers, my scissor stickers. My CM ones are a little sticky right now. They need a cleaning. But it's amazing how when you need to that looks super cute too. Okay, I can tell I'm gonna go crazy. When you need like a certain shape, that I just kind of stare at my punches and supplies and kind of look and think, all right, what has the shape, the kind of shape I'm looking for? And in this case, I was looking for what kind of looks like fancy icing. Oh, is this door going to have to move again? Possibly. Or probably. I need to add some more. So I'm using repositionable because it's these little tiny pieces, these little tiny strips, and they're kind of intricate. All right. Now I gotta add this door back here. Alrighty. Okay, what do we think? Now it's time. So there's supposed to be a picture here. Oh, we got a oh snap. Hold on, let's get into, we've got, I've pulled the embellishments. These embellishments are still available as well. I want baking spirits, right? Treats and traditions, that's fun. Little certified cookie critic, super cute. Oh, what's this? Oh, look. They didn't use this. This is like a little roof, a little roof cover there. I don't see that. They used hearts in the little sample. Maybe there's gingerbread pieces in here. Okay. That might be stickers. I thought it was the oh snap was an embellishment. All right, bear with me here 1 second. 1 second more. Maybe it's a sticker. That's cute. Well, sprinkled with joy, treats and traditions. All right, maybe I'll figure that out after. I just want to now cut this in half so that you can see that looks. All right, sorry, we are going over. Hopefully. All right. Here's our gingerbread house. I'm going to whip this out. So we're going to cut. Now, my peak is a little off. I think what I have to do is I'm going to cut without the peak, then I'm going to cut the peak, then I'm going to put the pieces of the peak back. Because it has to be 6 and 6 to go in the pockets. And I went through many layers on the top there. Okay. Sticky scissors, no. All right. So here is our, make sure that so it is, I have my house off center. So I am gonna have to cut it a little off center. It's okay. As long as it's gonna go back together, that's all that matters. All right, so we cut our page in half. We just made our page and now we cut it in half because now it's time to put it in 6 by 12 peekaboo pockets. So we've got 1, 2, 6 by 12 peekaboo pockets. Now the adhesive is I can feel where the little tab is, so it's going to go on the page like this, and so this needs to go in like this, and our hearts are going the right way. Okay, so there's one side, peekaboo pocket. Fold this over because you don't want to see it, so you don't want it to be like that because it's 6 inches edge to edge, so you want to fold that flap underneath, so it's going to go in like that. So we'll flip it over. Now we did the cascading pages over the summer. I taught it again in the fall. And so this is a similar, except for them overlapping, they're gonna close like a door. So now my gingerbread house, you'll open to get to more gingerbread pages. Okay, so where is my page? Hold on. It's over here somewhere. Where are you? Oh, please. Peekaboo pockets. Oh, is that what fell down? No. Oh, there you are. Okay. So here's my top loading sleeve. And I'm going to put the same paper, this, very busy paper. If I can find it. Here it is. Maybe. Trying to get it. All right. Not put it upside down. So this is actually going to be a left side page in the album. And that's important because I'm still doing the 2-page spread as shown in the project recipe. So this is going to be the left page, and then we've got this over here for our right page. Okay, but then when we open up, there's going to be another page underneath. So this is the peekaboo pockets are a great way to get extra real estate. That's what I like to say on your pages, because this is 6 by 12, this is 6 by 12. So it's 6 by 12 by 6 by 12 times 2 is 12 by 12. So this is basically the area of a page. This is the area of a page, and then another page. So it's like 1, 2, 3 pages in area. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so now I'm going to take the little sticky off. We're almost done, I promise. Sorry, I'm over. Way over. If I can ever unpeel these. I swear that's the hardest part. So I like to turn my page like this so that I can get it right on the outside. Now they are pretty forgiving, so if you go down and it seems crooked to you, you can pick it up and you can move it. Okay, so there's one. And now we go over here. Now, don't go to the edge of the page. You want to go so that the design itself lines up, because that's more important. So you're going to have some space on the outside just by the way the pages are built. So it's more important that they're connected here in the middle. Sorry about the glare. And there is my page. Lovely. So I will decide which of these lovely embellishments go where and add those to my pages, and I'll be sure to post that after I go to Disney and visit all of the gingerbreads. But now my page is ready to go, or my 2-page spread is ready to go. And I've got plenty of room, so I can keep do the gingerbreads. Is this supposed to go here? No, this is scrap. I just wasn't sure if it was the short one or the long one. We're good. It's been over an hour and it shows. Okay, let me come back here. Whew, we did it. I told you it might be a long one. We involved a lot of tools in this project recipe today, and hopefully you enjoyed that. If you watch the replay and you're excited to go and buy some gingerbread kits so that you can make this page, let me know. And let me know if it's already one of your family traditions and you're hoping to try this one out. It's a good one. And let's see, next Tuesday is tool time. And so we'll see you next Tuesday for tool time. It actually is a noontime tool time. So make note of that. I have to help out to run a Christmas party next Tuesday night. So I, unfortunately, 4 p.m. will be cutting it a little close for me to head on out of here. So hopefully you understand that. Crazy time of year. Catch the replay if you can't catch me at noon. And let me know if you're local and you need some Christmas cards. I've got a couple of those sets left. So until I see you again, stay scrappy, my friends. Bye-bye.